What's up, mamas? I'm Rebecca. You're watching the Reseller Mom Show. Thanks for joining me today for the very first What Sold Fast video of 2020. I think that's the first time I've said the year out loud. So today is January 5th. It's Sunday. I'm recording this for the week before. So this is going to encompass the last few days of 2019 into the first couple days of 2020. So it's December 28th through January 1st. And obviously it was over New Year's, so it's still kind of holiday time. People are still recovering from December, and so I have some things to say. I'm going to share with you today the items that sold for over $30. Because there were so few items that sold in less than 2 weeks, which is what I usually show, I'm doing the items that sold in less than 30 days. So we made that adjustment. I think I did that last week too. And then I have $1,100 in total sales, and we'll go over that in a second because I'm only going to show you about $600 worth of it. And then we're going to talk about let's not panic. So I'll start with that. For me, I need a busy, active store. I need sales happening all the time. I need offers coming in. I need to see activity. Like, I'm just addicted to that. I don't know if it's because I used to be a smoker, and then ever since I quit smoking, obviously before I had Geo, there's always been something that has kind of taken the place of that, like, dopamine rush that you need. So full disclosure, like, I used to be an extreme couponer, and I feel like that along with the drug Chantix really helped me quit smoking. Like, total weird thing, I'm telling you. But it kind of let me take from smoking that rush, I put it into extreme couponing, and then I started putting it into reselling. And so part of that is just like, I need to have things happening. I need to see orders on my Etsy store. I need to see orders and offers on Poshmark. I need to see stuff happening with eBay. I need to see stuff happening with Mercari. And when I don't, I get crazy and I panic. And then that's when I feel like I need to change everything and completely shift gears and do something different in order to get that level of activity. And this year, I'm really trying to not do that. This year, I'm really trying not to let panic and I'm really trying to stay the course. And so if you're someone that's similar to me, I would encourage you to take that pledge with me. Like, let's not panic. Let's not get crazy. We're still recovering from holidays. We're still recovering from just the end of last year. It's always a little slow going in January, but I do find that Q1 is still a pretty good quarter typically. And then you want to be doing things now to prepare for any possible summer slowdown if that's something that you face. So this year I'm really going to try to, even though I sound very uppity and get a little crazy about stuff, I am going to try to keep my systems and structures and plans that I put in place for a good period of time before I make any crazy adjustments. And I'm saying that now as I kick off the year of these What Sold Fast videos, because there are some of you that come back and maybe this is the only kind of video of mine that you watch. And so I would just encourage you to, if you are like me, don't panic if things are not going well. We're just getting started, and keep doing all the good things that you planned for. Keep working towards all of those goals no matter what. Okay, enough of the soapbox. Let's jump in to the sales. So we had 6 sales that sold fast this particular week. And again, fast this week is not 2 weeks like normal, it's 30 days. So first up is this Loft Crochet Open Shawl Cardigan, and this sold as part of a bundle. There were actually a few bundle sales, but I don't remember which went with what, so I'm just showing you the individual items. So it did not sell for $19, it sold as part of a bundle, so maybe in the $14, $15 range, something like that, when it's all said and done. And that sold in looking at the wrong line, 20 days of being listed on Poshmark, and that's sold in a Poshmark bundle. Next up is another Loft item. This is a New with Tags Loft Eyelet Sweater, tank lace hem white, with all those keywords in there. This was a $60 retail. I had it up for $29. It sold as part of a bundle, and it sold in also 20 days. And again, it was part of a bundle. They were not bundled together. They were 2 separate bundles. This is a really pretty New with Tags Trina Turp striped sash dress. And Trina Turk is kind of one of those things where I really like it, and I've had good luck with some pieces, and then some pieces just not so much. So I'm really trying to pick up more substantial Trina Turk pieces, but I do think that there's some value there. Obviously, it's not going to resale for anywhere in comparison to what the comparable from retail would be, but it still goes for a decent amount. This was $30 sale. It was an offer. I may have had it up for, I don't know, maybe 49 or something like that, but I'm still cool with this. And this sold in 14 days of being listed. Next up is a Fabletics dress. This is the Fabletics Becky Mini Slimming Tank Dress in size extra large, which was fantastic. It did sell as part of a bundle. I don't remember, it went with either one of the Loft items, but I forget which one, and it's just not feasible for me to meaningfully look up those bundles, so I'll just show you the individual items. So it did not sell for $29. It sold as part of a bundle, but it did sell for a decent amount of money within the bundle price. So that sold within 6 days of being listed. That was a great find. Next up is a new with tags Yummy Tummy Slimming Leggings in size large. So this is hold on. I just want to check. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I had like a major issue. Anyway, this is leggings that I found wherever, the bins or wherever, I don't remember. It's just a pair of black leggings. And they're an $80 value, and they sold for $20. However, I did a bulk purchase of leggings of this brand, Yummy by Heather Thompson. But they all ended up being size extra small. This is a size large, and it sold within 1 day of being listed. Same day it was listed, it sold for $20. It was an offer. I think I had them up for $29. They sent me an offer for $20. I took it. But I'm still sitting on tons and tons of these extra small leggings, and I've been, working on different ways of getting rid of them. I've lowered the price significantly, so it's just really funny that it's the size that matters sometimes with certain brands. And again, that was a big major fail when I ordered that bulk liquidation, because I did not check the size. I thought, oh my God, new with tags leggings. It was a double pack. Like, everything checked all the boxes. I was so excited. I put in an offer. It was a sealed bid. I got a great price for it. And then they came and I saw extra small, extra small. I'm like, oh my God, they're all extra small. And I never checked the size. And I went back to the listing when I bought it, and it did say extra small, and it just completely, I just didn't look. It was my total mistake, and it was a bad buy, and I shouldn't have bought them. However, I'm still working through them. I won't say that I'm losing money on them, but I'm definitely not making anywhere near what I should be making for them. So the time and effort of trying to figure out creative ways to get rid of those leggings is just like, ugh. So I would just encourage you to, the learning lesson on this one, and the reason why I bring it up, is these are the same exact things. They're new with tags, Yummy Tummy Slimming Leggings. It's the same exact thing, but they're totally different sizes. And why would you need a slimming legging if you're an extra small? So there's that. So that, I just bring it up to pay attention to the size sometimes on certain things. And also, if you're going to make a bulk purchase, make sure you're looking at everything to make sure that it's the right purchase for you. The last item that sold, and if you've watched my channel, you may recognize this piece. I showed it in a haul video, and I told you I was obsessed with this vintage metallic glitter sweater, or it's not sweater, blouse. And it was gorgeous. It was light. I got it at the bins. It cost me 60 cents or something like that. And it was gorgeous. I'm like, somebody's going to want this. I never got it up in time for New Year's, but it sold right after New Year's. I forget what day it actually sold. Actually, I can see right here. It sold on the 2nd. No, I'm lying. Where's the stupid thing? No, it sold on December 29th, which I would assume that it wouldn't make it to the person for New Year's, but maybe it did. I don't know. And so maybe that's why they wore it. Maybe they didn't. But I had it up for $49, and I told him, I want at least, $30 for this, or I want at least $25. I forget what I said, but I wanted a good price for it. And they made me an offer of $34 in the same day of it being listed, and I took that sucker. So, a clock is always right twice a day, right? So that's how I feel sometimes. Like, I make so many bad decisions, and then every once in a while I make the right call, and this was the right call. So even though I'm not a vintage person, I've had a lot of fails with vintage items, but I have had a lot of really good calls. And so I feel like it's not something that I want to ignore, even though I say I want to just stick to brand names, keep it simple. I need stuff that moves. I need stuff that sells quickly. Like, this was a vintage item. It was the right thing at the right time, and it sold in a day for a great price. I mean, this is what reselling is all about in my mind. Buy something for 60 cents, sell it for 34. Does it happen every time? No. But when it does, it makes it all worthwhile. And I would just encourage you, if you're not a vintage person, and I don't even really know that this is vintage. I'm saying vintage because it looks old. Like, I'm not an expert. But I just encourage people to think outside of the box sometimes. This is not something that I wear. It's not something that I know about, but every once in a while, I take a chance and it pays off. And when you're paying a little amount of money for an item, let's say at the bins, I do think it's worth it. If you're buying it, let's say at a garage sale or an estate sale, you're getting it very cheap, you're not paying up for it, I do think it's worth taking a chance on some items. Don't fill your whole store with stuff like this, but every once in a while, it could work. Okay, so those are all the items that sold in 30 days or less. Let's go over the numbers, and then I'll show you the over $30 items that sold. So again, we're looking at December, I don't know, is it 28th or 29th through the 4th? I don't know. Did I mess that up? Yeah, I put the 28th. This is the 29th. I don't know, whatever the right day is. Poshmark sales, 29 items sold for a total of $579. It's okay for a holiday week. eBay, I sold 2 items for a total sales of $39. Now remember, I have not listed an item on eBay since December 1st. So we are going on a month of 0 listings on eBay. I have done a couple refreshes. I have revised a handful of listings. I do want to do more. I just haven't gotten into that habit yet. So those practices are not really in full swing. I'm going to start working them into my daily and weekly schedule, certain tasks a day. And so right now, any sales that I get on eBay are just, I'm looking at it like free money at this point, because I'm not doing anything there. I'm not investing any time, and I'm not investing any money with my VA listing over there, and I'm not paying for promoted listings on those items. There's a handful of listings that I have put 1% promoted listings on just to see if it helps, and I don't think it has. But I figure 1%, who cares? So once I kind of know a little bit more with eBay, I do plan on doing like a concentrated video on that and sharing some things. I just don't feel like I've learned anything or really put anything into practice yet. With Mercari, oh boy. So I have one item that sold for $10. It was like a little box sign. I ordered like multiple quantities of these small primitive box signs that have different cute sayings on them. I've been making money on them. I don't have a ton of them. I did really small orders of each different kind. And in the future, I probably will order some more, because every once in a while it sells and it's profitable every time. It's not a lot of money, but again, it's a multiple quantity listing. You put it up once, it can sell and sell and sell. And it's just like, if I can have a few of those here and there, I feel like that just adds to the bottom dollar. So that was the one little sale on Mercari. I also am working on testing out and experimenting some different Mercari strategies, because I do feel like since now I'm really down to Poshmark and Mercari, I need to really crack the nut of Mercari like I feel like I'm starting to or have on Poshmark. Like, I feel like I have the most knowledge to share about Poshmark. I'm doing good things there. This particular week is not a great example, but in general, Poshmark works for me, and I want to do the same thing with Mercari. So that's kind of where my focus is right now. So in total, I have 32 items that sold. I have $629 in sales, and that's an average gross ASP of $19.64, which is totally fine. And really, that's where it's been at for quite some time. I mean, it does fluctuate, but I've had that, just under $20 for a little while, and I'm really happy with that. It'd be great if it was more, but I'm cool with where it is. So I mentioned to you that I had $1,100 in total sales. If you watched last week's What Sold video, I put that I had $500 in secret sales, and I'm still not ready to disclose exactly what that is. I will tell you a little bit more today. It is on Poshmark. It is in a completely separate closet, and it is something completely different than what I have been doing. And I'm liking it. I'm figuring it out. I'm going through it. I'm having some success. I think that there's probably going to be a downswing coming up soon, but I really am just testing out and experimenting something new. And I don't know that I'll ever share exactly what it is, but I do feel like there will be some things that I can talk about just to let you know, so you don't feel like she's just making up $500 in sales. Like, it's legit. Maybe I'll do a screenshot of, my earnings, or I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I haven't even done a redemption yet. I haven't even taken any money out of it yet. It's still all in there. But now I've done about another $600 or $500 and change on it. So that's why I added it to this total, because in general, while it looks like I only did $600 in sales and that's what I have coming into my business, that is not accurate. I have about $1,100 and change in total sales this week. And again, I don't mean to do this to be jerky or weird or braggy or whatever you may take away from it. I'm just doing it to protect myself and my business, to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. I don't want to lead anyone down a path that isn't right until I figure it out. And once I do figure out if it's right, I don't know that I want to mess it up for myself. I've seen a lot of resellers talk about how they shared something and then it went to hell in a handbasket. So I'm sure you can understand, we're all business owners here. We're all professionals and we're all adults, and we have to make good decisions for ourselves. And I am happy to share almost everything with you guys. I put a lot of good content out there. And I really want to tell about what I'm working on once I figure it out. I just may not ever disclose the actual thing that it is, if that makes sense. Like the closet name or something. So anyway, we'll deal with that next time. So these numbers here, we have 4 items that sold in less than 2 weeks, an additional 2 items that sold in less than a month. So those are the 6 that I went over. And again, 6 items that sold in 30 days or less in comparison to the amount of all the items that sold is still a good percentage. 1 item that sold within 2 months of being listed, 14 of them in the 2 to 6 month range, and 5 in the 6 months plus range. So all of that is looking good, and I'm pleased with it. We have 3 items that sold for over $30. Let's take a look at those. First up is this New with Tags Lord & Taylor wrap dress in black, and it's a retail value of $119. I might have had it up for $59 or $69. Offer came in for $44. Okie dokie, fine with me. That was great. The next one is the Trina Turk dress that I showed you. So that not only was that a fast seller, but it also was an over $30 sale, or it's $30 and over. So that was great. And then the vintage glitter colorful long sleeve top sold for $34. So those are the 3 over $30 sales. I mean, before I had a lot of outerwear as my $30 sales plus. Now obviously that is going to be dying down. So we'll see how many valuable things I have left in my store that actually sell. I feel like I have a lot of really high value things, but they're not always selling. The outerwear was a pretty good call. We'll see how that goes. And now we'll just see kind of going forward, moving into the summertime. They're smaller clothes, they're cheaper clothes, people don't want to pay a lot for them, and so we'll see how many over $30 sales I end up having. But so that's everything that I have going on. I showed you that, I showed you that, I told you that, and I told you that. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys have a great week in sales. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, if you have something to say, leave a comment below. I read and reply to them all. Like this video on the way out. I really do appreciate it. I have seen a lot more likes recently. It makes me happy. It makes YouTube happy, and I really do appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed already, I'm doing lots of content. I've got a list a mile long of YouTube video ideas, and I want to give you the best tips and tricks I can and share with you everything I can. So please subscribe so you get all of that good information. Thanks so much. Have a great day, mamas. Bye.